Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So today I was able to actually get the Ars Nuevo. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. The Ars Nuevo mod. I was able to progress it just a little tiny bit. Here we have the magical fibers, I believe they're called. My microphone was not working at the time while I was recording this, so I have to do a over recording. That's why I may sound a little behind or not kind of up to date with the actual recording itself. But, so I believe the main goal is to pick the proper armor pieces, which was either Sorcerer, Arcanist, and Battle Mage. Now the requirements for them was actually not actually that hard, except for the gold one because I don't have any gold. Um, which was the Arcanist. They have their own set buffs that they provide, giving like good armor or bad armor. But the ones that I was going to go for was the Battle Mage, and I just felt like it was actually an actually important part to actually include into a video. I'd have to replace my current helmet and make it into a better one, even though the one I was actually wearing at that time was much better than the diamond one. I was gonna try carrying up those buffs that I had on these current diamond armors and try putting them onto the special versions, the mage versions. And so I also thought that the mage versions were sort of better than the originals because they had provide not only mana but they could also um oh, I really like the animation. The animation of it is actually really good. But not only do the mage outfits provide mana and mana regen, they also give, I believe, they regenerate their durability using your mana, which is actually really good. I believe so. I'm pretty sure I read something on that. But next up here, I think I was combining the sorcerer leggings with the diamond leggings since there was a recipe. I'll show you. I don't know. It was not in the book. It was in the quest. If you combine a leggings of a different mage type, since there is a recipe for combining the pants of another, and the normal recipe would be putting diamond leggings inside with the fibers, and then the other recipe would be with sorcerer's leggings with the diamond leggings, and that would give you the metal mage armor. Now, I wasn't too sure what was meant to go where, but I did know that was the general recipe. So I decided, and also, since one of them was already, let's see, reforged, I thought that the two of them would possibly mix, and that would actually be really cool. One was Iron Forge, and one was Windswept, and that would actually be a very great combo. Um, but it didn't work. So I was left confused, wondering why did it not work when it was working before. I also really need to automate that apparatus. If any of you have any idea on how I could do that, that would actually be really helpful. But I figured out how to actually do it. There's a whole bunch of mobs spawning in that bottom corner. I didn't know what to do with them. So then they combined, and which actually led to something really, really good. A really good combination. Pretty glad that they did combine, but I would have to reforge the others as well, just so that they would also be just as powerful. Now for the chest plate, was just the same thing. Just put the fibers around it, and then put the main chest plate inside. That one was pretty easy. And this should be me showing just the difference between the paths that I could have went. I could have went the more tanky path, especially with those ones that led to the that led from the netherite armor. And you can see 11 armor, 4 armor toughness, and 15% knockback resistance. And it could be combined with an elytra, which was really good. Compare that to the netherite armor, would have been insanely an insane path to go with. That one just gives, I'm pretty sure, a revive if you would want to, also with better resistances, and that one just a whole bunch of and then 100 knockback resistance. Holy suck, which is absolutely insane. And a bunch of buffs. All of them give the buffs, but I just figured I might as well do mage instead because, well, I'm more of a mage person overall, and second, the fact that the equipments could um regenerate their durability automatically, it just kind of really appealed to me because durability was actually a really difficult thing to upkeep and keep up with inside of this mod. You've got to fight things a whole bunch, and it would use the mana. This is me showing you that it uses the mana from your resource to again regenerate its durability. Oh, pretty sure this is me figuring out that I had cursive binding on my chest plate, which I had no clue was on there at the beginning. When I placed it on as a like a holder, I didn't know it had cursive binding. I just grabbed it from my chest. Good enough. Well, oh well. It'll break eventually on its own. I'm sure. I'm sure it'll break on its own. So now the drip's going to be ruined because there's just one chest plate that just won't come off. I don't know if there's any other way to get rid of cursive binding though. But it should be fine. All the others can go on. I still get the buff from more mana and then mana regen, so it should be cool. But now I have to, I believe, put on the right reforges onto them. First off, get the rewards from the quest menu, which are pretty bad, but it's whatever. And then I figured I might as well dye them the because the sort of path that I was going for was more of a fiery kind of build. I was trying to focus into fire, flame, fire resistance. I could have done either orange or red, and the red was really appealing to me. So I decided to make some dye for it. Beetroots, flowers. I didn't have practically any of those since I am in the middle of a tundra. So we're not gonna find flowers in the tundra. I did have the rose bush though, which gives two. So then I just looked around, trying to find some. And there's just a whole bunch of mobs outside. I couldn't do anything at the moment because my armor wasn't ready yet exactly. Um, but I did find a beetroot, so I'll be using that to make the dye. And then tried finding some extra places where I might be able to find something red. But remembered I didn't have anything like that. So back at the bottom, now I am dyeing the helmets. I mean the different pieces of armor. Since I only had a certain amount, well, that was an accident. Since I only had 3 of them, only 3 could be dyed, and that would be fine. That'll probably be okay. I don't need all of them to be dyed. So now I had the fit, but there's no way for me to put it on since one of them didn't want to come off. That was an unfortunate bit on my part, but the resistances were great. Um, well, same as a diamond armor, so not much different. There was a whole bunch of other stuff that I would have to do alongside with the armor pieces. I'd have to get the actual spells and stuff. That one wasn't bad. Where you, what was it? You have a chance to hit other mobs around you. That would actually be really good for bosses. Um, and I was reading up a guide on how to actually understand the mod. So now I'm at the point where I'm going to go ahead and upgrade. I mean, reforge them, reforge all of the armors. Um, so first off, I need the rarity material. The proper rarity material is going to do rare, and then I need gem dust. It's getting pretty loud, so I figured I might as well go ahead and wipe out every single one of those mobs on the bottom. Then I found some iron, which was actually something I really needed. Not too much though. I really need to go to the nether. I'm pretty sure that's what next video is going to be about. Going to the nether and actually getting some gold for the spells and stuff. Because I would actually need a lot of gold. I also need diamonds. There's actually a lot of ores that I need in general. Playing pretty cautious here. Didn't want to get absolutely swarmed. And the crowd control damage that you could do with the scythe was strong. Practically overpowered. I was pretty cautious about that Enderman as well because in this mod, or it might be just a special mod in general, um, the Enderman teleports you to them or with them, which could actually be pretty bad, but it could be good as well. So now I'm at this point where I am going to change the reforge for the armors. So what you use the proper rarity material, listen to the top circle, and then you get the different options. Each one was decent. I didn't like the fact that you would have to increase your difficulty level though, so I figured I might as well just switch them. I also needed Sigil of Rebirth, which I would have needed to craft. And I had selected them for 3 of my armor pieces. They weren't all too bad. I didn't hate them that much, but bad luck was more PvP wise than PvE wise, and so I didn't like it too much. But that's totally fine. So with getting more rebirth, sigils of rebirth, and placing in 2 of the gems, I decided to go for the shirt now. But there's either increasing the difficulty, explosive damage taken is reduced, which wouldn't be bad at all, but 3.3%, that's not too crazy. And then I couldn't get the last one. That wasn't gonna be possible because of the level requirement. My level was at 28. I need to be level 30, and I believe 40 for the last one. And then for some reason it was saying that it needed 2 enchantment levels. I'm pretty sure it has 2 enchantment levels. It actually has 3. This is a bit weird to me. But then I figured I should gain some XP so that I could get the explosion damage one. Yeah, those gems were absolutely terrible. Useless, actually. I went to 29, then I figured I might as well go for a different rarity. But that wasn't a good idea either because they were literally all the same. Or they were all the same, but one of them was just absolutely buns. With less gravity, I'm not sure if that's a good thing. I believe that's not. You just fall harder. Is that what it is? Or do you fly? I'm not sure. But nonetheless, I didn't like that idea. If it's the fact if it lets you fly, that would actually be pretty good. But if it doesn't, then yeah, I didn't like that idea. So then I was stuck at well, I wasn't gonna be able to put it on anyways. So I felt like, hey, just put it on for drip measures. And I mean, it looks spunky, right? I put it on, and I look like an absolute beast. Look like I'm ready to cast some explosion spells. I liked it. Well, I hope you guys liked that video. Sorry that my mic was not working, but other than that, I'll see you all in the next one.